I'm going to be fucking cutting it real close with this leaving. And then I was like, all right, we finished cooking the food. I put it in little baggies, and I'm like, why aren't you taking this? And it wouldn't, like, the food saver wouldn't take it.
The food saver wouldn't take it?
I unplugged it, because normally it was like, and it'll clamp down, and it'll start vacuuming the air out, and then it seals it.
Right.
And then it wouldn't do that. And I was like, okay.
Oh, shit.
So then I was like, just fucking work. And I get to the point where, like, I'm pulling the tray out and just slamming it back in. And then finally, like, I unplugged it, like, twice, pulled the tray out, like, 3 times. And then finally it just started working. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay. I'm already going to be fucking late. I was like, might as well. As soon as I got to work, I was like, I texted you. I was like, I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
So that was.
And now he's got food for the week.
But now I have food for the week, so that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a podcast all about wrestling. In this corner, an author and a black belt, Kibbles.
Kibbles? What kind of name is that?
Pookie the Wolf is the best.
I forgot my car keys.
And in this corner, Pookie the Wolf.
Pookie the Wolf is one of the best.
Welcome to the Kibbles and Pookie's Squared Circle.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, welcome everybody. I'm Pookie, and I am tired of hearing the fucking Peaches song.
I'm Kibbles, and I have yet to hear the Peaches song.
You haven't heard it yet?
I haven't heard it yet.
You like Jack Black? You'll probably like it.
Okay, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about it, but I've purposefully not clicked on any of them because I haven't seen the Super Mario Brothers movie yet. I assume it's in the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten a chance to go see it. At this point, I probably won't see it until it's on demand, streaming, because it's been like a month and a half.
Bell. It's ironic enough that excuse me, the two things I always say now, like I was like, two of the things that I tell people with like kind of like a caution is I never played a Zelda game and I don't like Jack Black. It's always a reaction. I was like, what? Why? And I'm like, because I just don't. Either of them. Anyway, let's start the podcast.
To each his own. I will say that the Jack Black thing is surprising.
I mean, there's movies I like with him in it. That's not the point. That's not the point.
That's not the point. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about professional wrestling specifically.
I watched some of All Access. I'm gonna be honest. When it's on Wednesday nights, I'm gonna be honest. Wednesday nights, I'm playing stuff. I'll leave it on so I can watch it, but not hear it.
I will watch.
So when All Access comes on, I'm just looking at people just talking, and I'm like, I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, so All Access comes on, and I'll watch till the first commercial, and then I turn it off because I'm like, fuck this.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
yeah.
I remember that. Oh, winter is coming. I remember that.
Winter is coming. I'm not sure if you're aware.
But yeah, it's not something I watch, but I watched it before I left for Walmart yesterday. I was like, oh, cool. And it's so weird too, because like there's a part with Sammy Guevara's mom asking to make a shirt that says Mama Panda or something like that.
I'm your mommy?
No, it was like the panda thing. And
he hasn't done the panda thing in like...
I know. Well, it was like Mama Panda, and I'm like, who's gonna buy that?
Women who are moms and also love pandas.
You mean Sammy Guevara?
Sure.
Because I feel like that.
Wait, Sammy Guevara's a mom?
No, but like it was his mom who was pitching the idea to Tony Khan.
Gotcha. Nope, terrible idea.
That's fucking weird.
Terrible idea. Yeah.
But
and Ruby is mad at Ty Conti because she thinks that she broke her nose on purpose.
We can call her Ty Conti in this point because she's not. Has she changed yet?
I don't know.
Point, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's mad at Ty because she thinks Ty broke her nose on purpose, and she was all like, "If it happens again, we're gonna have a problem."
My mom,
if you hurt me again.
My mom was like getting ready to leave, and she's like, God, she sounds like she's got shit in her mouth. I'm like, Mom, she's from Brazil. Fucking relax. She's like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, well, that's why she sounds like that. That's why she sounds like Sofia Vergara in fucking Modern Family. Because I was like, it's just the way she talks.
Yep.
So yeah. So anyway, I watched Rampage this morning.
Okay.
I I have to say the Mogul affiliates is the Mogul Embassy is a lot better than the Mogul affiliates.
Mm.
Because I even when I watch Dark,
Not in name.
not in name, no,
Not
but they're
in
just
name. I think
just
Mogul affiliates is
combining-
better than Mogul Embassy.
just combining it. But I like the group. The main event was Brian Cage and Swerve versus Hungy and Reynolds,
Mm-hmm.
and they beat him, of course. Evil Uno came in to check if they're okay, and of course the Gates of Agony or whatever the hell they're called. They beat him up. The one Samoan dude, I forget what his name is, but I remember watching him in Dark and going, "This guy should be like this guy's great."
Mm.
He was definitely much like a Umaga, but he was a face on Dark. I forget what the guy's name is, but I was like, "Oh, cool!" When I got
don't
him
think
on.
it's not. I don't think it's Jeff Cobb.
No, not Jeff Cobb.
I was
Jeff
gonna say,
Cobb
I'm
is
pretty sure it's somebody else.
Jeff Cobb's like Asian, I think.
Yeah.
This guy's got like Samoan tattoos on his shoulder. He dresses the part of like a Samoan wrestler, like,
Okay.
I forget what his name is though, but he was on Dark at one point. Like he's an up and coming guy back when I watched him on Dark, and I saw that he was on when Ring of Honor started, and he was on the Gates of Agony. I was like, oh, cool, that was that dude that was really cool in Dark. But they came in to beat him up, and then of course Keith Lee and
Bask in his glory,
for
he is limitless.
the older Cody Rhodes came out.
The older Cody
Yeah,
Rhodes.
Keith
Interesting.
Lee and the older Cody Rhodes.
Something Cody Rhodes.
Something Gold Dust. That doesn't work as well. I'm gonna look it up though. But yeah, I don't mind the group. The other group didn't.
How about all
didn't
the
work as well?
how about their interesting way of bringing in that they're going to announce another show? They were like this.
Yeah.
The announcers were like this. Somebody's backstage. This can't be right. They're telling me in my headset, and then they go backstage and it's fucking Miro, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, yeah, it's Miro.
Oh boy, Miro.
I just want him to do more promos and talk about his hot wife.
Yeah, those are the fun ones.
I don't. There's like no reason why those are so entertaining, but they are.
I forgot about Gates of Agony was controlled by was Tully Blanchard, and then it was Prince Nana, and now it was then it's become now Mogul Embassy. It's just like they're fucking all over the place.
They don't know what they're doing with that.
It's Toa Liona. It's like lion, but then with an A.
Okay,
Toa Leona, and then it says trained by Rikishi.
makes sense.
He doesn't wrestle like Rikishi. He wrestles more like Umaga, but same difference. He doesn't do kicks. Like remember Rikishi used to do like a bunch of like fucking kicks, like his sons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's a cool dude. I liked him. I like him in that group.
And then Thunder Rosa showed up later.
Yeah, yes, she did.
And
then Tony Khan gave us an announcement about how there would be another announcement next week. So that was fun.
he gave us.
What's your announcement? My announcement is an announcement. Oh, okay.
Well, they didn't it wasn't like they didn't hype up that there was going to be an announcement. They were just like, "Oh, Tony Khan is telling us he wants to say something."
I have an announcement. There will be an announcement.
So obviously the Saturday show is coming.
It's just weird to be like, I have something to say, something important, and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to say it next week and not now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the new show will be starting. We'll get an announcement of it next week. Rumors are it's going to start in June.
But of course.
And
what about the rest of Dynamite? Did you like Kenny Omega launching Moxley through the cage and landing cock first on the
yeah. I actually when he landed like that, and I legit for like a minute or two I was like he might be fucking like he might have just fucked himself up, like he's hurt because the way his leg got trapped, and when he was out getting all those surgeries, there was like a knee surgery and a hernia surgery, and I was like, dude, both of those things, you just like
Yeah.
threw caution to the wind with that.
It just reminds me of the they do it on Preston and Steve, but the sound effect of Stan's dad from South Park going, "My balls."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Cool cage match. I liked it. I also liked it because it felt different than most other cage matches that we have. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel like a by the numbers cage match. Like, it didn't feel like the normal cadence of what a cage match is.
Could you expand on why, or you just don't know?
I guess because normally there's a lot of like, okay, we're gonna wrestle for a little bit, and then I'm gonna like try to throw you into the cage, and you're gonna stop me, and then I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't that type of like build up. It was like they got in the ring and were like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Like there wasn't. I guess that's also the other thing. Like they're like they got in the ring and they were like, this is a cage match and a grudge match, so we're gonna fight instead of like I'm gonna like lock up with you and we're gonna do like some headlock takeovers and shit with a cage around us.
Yeah, just fighting.
Like they like really played up the angle part of it, which I thought was cool. They weren't like like they weren't like, oh, let's go in here and like wrestle. They were like, no, the story calls for us to like fight.
Yeah.
So like we're gonna like make it more of a brawl, which I think that's what attracted me to that match in general.
Trying to think what else happened.
They set up a treehouse match. Treehouse match.
What is a treehouse match for?
A treehouse match for the women's.
Oh, right,
next week.
Right. Oh, I can tell you a lot.
I was surprised they set that up for next week and not at Double or Nothing.
They're probably gonna do something big for Double or Nothing.
The only thing I could think of would be if they were gonna do like a 6-woman, every woman for herself match for the championship. Like otherwise, I can't think of like what else they would do unless they just want to do her versus Saraya. But like,
I'd probably do that.
I don't know. I guess
the
they set up for that. They did the Claudio Phoenix match was good. I enjoyed that.
Oh,
That opened the show.
I was like, wait, Phoenix.
Double
Oh,
Jeopardy.
right.
They were like, Double Jeopardy.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, Claudio was always great.
I will say so one thing I was thinking, they were like, the winner gets to pick who they want to, I'm sorry, if Claudio won, he got to pick a tag partner to go against the Lucha Brothers. And, of course, they kept saying like, oh, he could pick Moxley or he could pick Daniel Bryan or he could pick Wheeler Yuta. Most likely he's going to pick Wheeler Yuta. But there was a small part of me that was like, oh, he should pick Chris Hero. They were a tag team in ROH.
Okay.
Years ago called the Kings of Wrestling. And I was like, oh my God, how amazing would it be if he fucking like picked Chris Hero and they did like a one-time like comeback match for Chris Hero. That'd be so cool.
Does he still wrestle? He doesn't wrestle anymore, does he?
I don't think he does. So he probably wouldn't. But still, it'd be really cool.
That
It'd
was
be really cool.
Your dream idea.
Yes, that was my dream idea. But the more likely scenarios, he'll pick Wheeler Yuta.
So yeah, you mentioned Rosa and Miro. What do you think that will pertain to? The next week's show? Or the next week's announcement? Sorry.
Yeah, I think next week's announcement will be that there's going to be a new show. And I think Miro and Thunder Rosa will probably be more predominantly featured on that show. You keep hearing, or we keep hearing this thing about like a soft roster split where like they're not going to say that there's a draft and that the roster split, but there's going to be talents who will be on both shows, but will be like way more predominantly on one show than the other.
I think if you don't make it a big deal, it's easier to just
I think that's what they're going to do.
This person's fighting this person. Oh, we don't really see that person on that show.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just they're on there now. It's like Ring of Honor. They just bring someone on from Ring of Honor. So next week they're doing Jungle Boy versus Roosh, we have Roderick Strong versus Chris Jericho. Sammy Guevara, they just said, was going to be in action, but as after his match is over, he must leave the building because of the falls count anywhere or whatever.
Did you like my prediction for that?
No, I didn't hear the prediction. What was the prediction?
Oh, so Chris Jericho was like, so Chris Jericho's big thing is that when I'm in the arena, Adam Cole's not allowed to be in the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes Roderick Strong, who says, I want to fight you or whatever, and then they make it a falls count anywhere match. And so my immediate thought was Roderick Strong is going to get him out of the building, and then Adam Cole is going to come out of nowhere in the parking lot and beat the shit out of Chris Jericho.
Do you think they'll have enough people to? Because I mean, do you think?
I think that's where this is going to go.
Do you think the JIS will show up or?
No. Because then he got the thing where the JAS couldn't be in the building or whatever. I think it's a total like babyface outplay. JAS isn't going to be there, and then Roderick Strong will get Chris Jericho to the parking lot, and so he won't be in the building. So then Adam Cole can get him because the specific wording was Adam Cole can't be in the same building as Chris Jericho.
So yeah, Jungle Boy versus Roosh. Sammy Guevara will have to leave as soon as his match is over. The Falls Count Anywhere match. Tony Storm isn't fighting anybody. They're
She's in a 6-woman tag match.
Well, they're doing 6 match. I'm thinking that she was in singles competition, but she was in singles competition on Rampage. We'll hear from Don Callis.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah,
I legit was like, "What the fuck? What a twist! What a twist! What a twist! What a swerve!" I did not see that coming at all.
No, Swerve was on Rampage.
So, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because then where does he go from there? He's not a wrestler.
Yeah, I was wondering if he somehow is like convinced Takeshita, and Takeshita will like turn heel. Don Callis will like manage Takeshita, but see, here's the thing. This is also like a really weird time to do this in the storyline because presumably they're still gonna fight at. We still have to do the Elite versus the BCC at Double or Nothing. So like, yeah. So like, but now he's got to like figure out what's up with Don Callis. Like, it's a weird time to do this.
The only thing I can think of is doing that, doing the that twist, having Takeshita go to be managed by Don Callis, and then have but then go have Hangman replace him.
Yeah,
because then they'll be like, oh, we still have But I don't think they can do the BCC Elite fight because I think Nick is hurt, is injured. Matt is hurt. One of them is hurt. I saw it in the article today. Okay, but they said it was an update on his injury. I don't know if it's like legit injury. I didn't read it.
I mean, yeah. Whenever he comes out for like the beatdown fights, he's got his arm all in a thing.
So I don't know if that's a big deal, big issue there. I'm trying to think of who else has. Oh, you know who else? Actually, I don't know if they're gonna do that Wednesday, but fuck, I don't remember his fucking name now. He was part of the Aussie Open. Is gonna fight Orange Cassidy
for the international championship.
Yeah, I forget what the guy's name is, but not the big strong one, the other one. The Rampage match, by the way, speaking of strong, was funny because Brian Cage got him up in like a fall away position, and then Johnny Hungry broke out of it. He bounced off the ropes, and then Brian Cage jumped at him and he caught him.
Nice.
And he was just like this. Is like a small dude holding this big dude, and he was just like, yeah. And then he ended up slamming him. It was cool.
And the crowd was chanting, Johnny Hungry.
It's funny. And then what did the Acclaimed beat Butcher and the Blade? They're really just patting them for the trios.
Yep. Yep. Probably them against House of Black at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
More than likely.
It's looking like that because they're not really doing anything story-wise with anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the idea of what's his name being the special guest referee. Briscoe
oh, yeah.
for the tag title match.
Yeah, that was another thing that I was going to bring up. The fact that Rampage had Matt and Jeff and Brother Zay come in and talk about how they are done with the firm and they should be all done and they don't want to see Ethan Page anymore. But then Ethan Page was like, well, I'm going to have someone different fight you. And it was the Guns. So the Guns are probably going to fight the Hardys because the Guns during the interview said how they were the best brother tag team in AEW.
It might be.
Well, no, the Hardys.
Ah.
That's who they said it to.
So you think the Hardys are better than the Guns?
I think the Hardys are better than the Guns.
Well, what about the Lucha Brothers? Because they're brothers. They're real life brothers.
Yeah, but they can take a back seat right now because they're in the Ring of Honor. They're the Ring of Honor tag team champions. So
that
they
makes
gotta
sense.
sit back a little
I
bit.
mean, because I would say the Lucha Brothers are better than the Hardys.
Yeah, they might be.
Yeah.
But so that was so that was a thing that they did. And I was like, I don't mind the Guns versus Hardys. That's cool. But you're still doing Ethan Page and the Matt Hardy thing, and I'm like, I'm really tired of this by now. I thought the compound fight was going to be it.
Yeah, one of those things that like it goes on longer than it should, which AEW I think has issues with sometimes.
And so Ethan was like, well, you're going to go out there and talk to him. And they went out there by themselves without Ethan Page. And Matt Hardy was like, all right, well, how about we do this? I'll fight you guys. We'll fight you. But if we win, we get control of Ethan Page's contract. So I'm like, obviously, the Hardy's going to beat the Guns.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going.
And they're saying how they still deserve a tag team match against FTR. But right now, they're kind of sidelined to the Hardys now because of the firm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
same thing with Keith Lee and Swerve.
Yeah. Well, there was time in between where they stopped doing stuff where you're like, oh, this might be done. But
And then suddenly they came back to it and they were like, yeah, this is still a thing. And I'm like, I'm done with this. Move on.
Because I really wish they would have did Adam Cole and Keith Lee together. I wanted to see that.
Oh, you wanted Adam Cole to be Keith Lee's manager?
No, I wanted Adam Cole and Keith Lee to just team up at one point.
Oh, okay.
Just to like fight Swerve and like Jericho or something.
Okay.
That would have been cool. But then there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, they did the whole delete thing, and of course, if you get a chance to watch them talk in the ring to the Guns, Brother Zay, of course, did a bunch of moaning. So
Yep.
that was a thing.
It's overdone.
Yeah.
It's overdone.
It wasn't overdone in the interview, but it was because then the Guns moaned back and then left the ring. So it was weird.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
So soft brand split for AEW probably.
Yes. Okay.
I still want to fantasy draft against you. I feel like it'd be fun if we were like
we could do it if there's a downtime.
Yeah.
Because so
like I want to be like, okay, based on who is like contracted to AEW and like you and I had, two different AEW shows, who would we pick? I just feel like that'd be interesting.
We would have to do, I think what we should do, first off, wait till we know for a fact that the announcement next week is going to be the new show.
Yeah.
And then we'll go, okay, and I think we should do a separate thing, kind of like the watch along things.
Oh, yeah. I just think it'd be fun.
We could do like this, where it's like, we pick for our draft. But yeah, I think it'd be a funnier way to do things, where we just do a whole show where we have a list.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
But yeah, the that one is, what's going on with WWE?
So it's the funny thing. I brought up the draft because this morning I was watching this video that was like 10 reasons why WWE has already shot themselves in the foot with this pointless draft, and I was like, holy shit, these are all like crazy, right?
It's a good segue into WWE.
Yeah. So the first one was the thing that I had brought up, which makes no fucking sense. Roman Reigns is the champion, so they create this world championship that's supposed to be a Raw exclusive championship, but for some reason, SmackDown people are in this so-called tournament. So, what?
And Seth Rollins is winning it.
Yeah. I will say that it gives us Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, which is probably going to be really cool. So I'm all for the match, but also it makes no fucking sense.
Because that when you have a bad story, at least your matches can be a banger.
Yeah.
It's like Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy. You're like, obviously Darby Allin's gonna keep going, but it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. Sorry, my foot got really itchy. I had to take my shoe off.
Especially, so here's one thing I wasn't aware of, especially because there was a Monday Night Raw, or the Raw before the tournament started, I think. Paul Heyman had done a promo where he said that Roman Reigns would love to win that championship, but he can't because he's a SmackDown superstar.
Wait, what?
Yes. And then not even a week later, the tournament was announced where there's SmackDown superstars in the tournament.
They're like, look, we fucked up, all right?
We fucked up.
We're going to keep
We
him.
changed our mind.
Which is annoying, too, because when you think about it, it's like WWE telling you, hey, don't worry about Roman. We're going to have him his streak going, and so that way it doesn't so it doesn't stay stagnant and boring for you guys. We're making a new title. Like, it's that concept of like,
It's a consolation prize.
well, yeah.
It is.
No, yeah, but it's like the concept
You
of
guys
like,
can't beat Roman, so we're going to make a new title for you.
guys, please, this is boring. Like, okay, we'll make a new one so you guys can focus on that, and you don't have to worry about what he's doing. Leave him alone. He's playing with his toys.
Yeah. So, yeah, totally doesn't make sense.
I don't watch SmackDown at all, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
The next thing that was interesting that they had brought up is that everybody's exclusive to a brand, and they said Roman's taking his championship to wherever he gets drafted, and that's the only show that championship is on, and we're going to make a new championship for the other show, which is that world title for Raw. But for some reason, the tag champions are still tag champions of both brands and can go on both brands.
Yeah, that is correct.
Makes no sense.
Even the women's championship.
Makes no sense. Why didn't you just do that with Roman's titles then?
It feels
It makes no sense.
It feels like such a little shitty kid, like a little shitty kid thing to do, to have titles and then have the strap be like red or blue to be like, oh, this is the one from SmackDown. This one's the one from Raw. I don't care. Just make a different title. Just do a different fucking title design.
Yeah.
Do a completely different title design so I don't feel like I'm fucking a child going, I know which title it is because of what color the strap is. Like I'm on fucking Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. What else?
Hey, Bert.
So then,
Hey, Bert, pass me that chair.
Brock Lesnar got announced that he is like a special free agent. He gets to go on whatever show he wants, which it's like, okay,
he is a special agent.
He's Brock Lesnar, so I guess that makes sense. But then they've also announced that Omos is has that same contract status, so he gets to go on whatever show he wants.
But he's so big.
So like that makes already they're just letting it's crazy. Natalia was. I saw something. I have to look at this because apparently like Natalia was drafted to Raw, was drafted to SmackDown and showed up on. She just showed up on the other show for like no reason.
Cool,
and I was like, oh, okay.
The weird part is they don't go to. They're not in separate states, right?
I don't think so. They used to be.
So why the fuck are they even bothering? Why did you bother with this fucking draft?
The shit is crazy.
Side note, and I want to get past it, but I just thought of the Dudley Boys as Bert and Ernie. Hey, Bert, get the tables. But yeah.
So yeah, a lot of crazy shit doesn't make sense.
I stopped watching.
The big thing that came out of SmackDown was Roman Reigns being unhappy with the Usos for not regaining their tag team championships on the SmackDown prior to Backlash. And then obviously Solo Sikoa was the one who produced the pinfall and win for the team
Didn't we say
at
that was gonna
Backlash.
happen?
Probably. So this has led to a tag team championship match that is going to happen at Night of Champions.
Which is,
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn
of course, champions. That makes sense.
are going to defend the championships against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are going to show the Usos how it's done. And they will be vying for the tag team championships at Night of Champions, which conceivably would mean that Roman Reigns will not be defending his championship, which means he will be crossing the 1,000-day line without a title defense.
But if he wins, he'll have 4 titles to carry around.
It would be entertaining at the very least to see how he carries
Paul
those
Heyman.
around.
Paul Heyman.
Okay, but then I guess that means that Roman has to carry them around, because doesn't Heyman already carry belts for him?
Yeah, he'll carry 2 belts, and then Roman will carry the other 2.
It'll be very interesting. Is all I'm saying. Does he carry both world championships, or does he carry one world championship and one tag championship?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't think that Roman and Sikoa win.
Yeah.
I think Zayn.
Where's Night of
and,
Champions at?
Saudi Arabia.
How are they gonna do that?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Apparently, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going. Unless they're going to lose the tag titles between now and then.
Yeah, that. See, that's the weird part, because it's like, are they gonna fake an injury for Sammy, and then
I
they're
don't
gonna
know.
win?
Don't know.
Is it gonna be?
It's the current plan.
Jesus Christ! What a fucking mess! What a big fucking mess! SmackDown is now. I mean, at this point, SmackDown has just been. When I watch it, normally, a sexy goth mommy is on TV if I'm watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think I have any other reason.
Yeah. But she's on.
She's on SmackDown, isn't she? Or she's
No,
on.
didn't she get drafted to Raw?
I thought she got smacked. Maybe I'm thinking
No,
of.
because Bianca's on SmackDown now.
I'm thinking of the OC. They're on SmackDown now, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's a group with a woman in it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I thought the Judgment Day was always on Raw. And they just got drafted.
They just got drafted to Raw. Everybody was available for the draft.
Such a fucking confusing mess. Maybe it's because I don't watch it. That's why.
Yeah, that's why it's confusing. Come on, man. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You get drafted to a show. That's the only show you're allowed to be on.
I don't care.
Unless you're a free agent, a special free agent, or you're Natalia.
Or you have a title.
Or you have a title. Oh, no, well, no. Only if you have specific titles.
Yes. It's just so fucking confusing. God damn it. Vince is just fucking it up. I don't care if you're gonna tell me no, it's not him, or blah blah blah. He's fucking it up. He's fucking it up big time. I don't think there would have ever been a draft if Vince didn't come back.
Interesting.
And I don't think it would be like him saying, "Oh, we need to do a draft." I think it's like they're like, "Oh, we need to mix it up again," so he please the old fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been watching it at all. Trying to think of other things that have been going on.
Well, there's lots of championship reigns that are going on for a long time. I mean, Roman Reigns. Well, so that's another thing I'm surprised at is that Roman Reigns isn't defending the championship in Saudi Arabia because they could build that as the person who's facing him, right? They could build that as, oh, if they beat him, then they stop Roman Reigns from reaching 1,000 days in his title reign. But since he's in the tag title match, since he's not going to do that, there's no story. It's just he's gonna pass 1,000 days. So,
yeah, it's
and then Bianca has been champ for over a year.
Has she?
I think she's now the longest reigning women's champ of all time.
I have not even seen what happened with Trish and Becky because I heard Becky came back finally.
Yeah, she came back, punched Trish, and Bex plexed her.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything that I'm really interested in at this point. As far as WWE, I'm actually quite bored. I'm back to being bored again with the product.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. When was the last time we seen Gargano?
He was on Raw in a backstage segment with Candice LeRae, I think Indy and
They seem like
Dexter, because
Oh,
I
okay.
think they were doing like the way thing.
LeRae and him should date or something. They're very cute together.
Yep, they definitely should date and have a child, and name that child Quinn.
All right, you ruined it.
What do you mean?
You got too specific.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. You're obviously drawing from experience. You're not acting like you're clueless about the relationship.
I am clueless.
Indy is it Indy?
Indy.
Like Indiana Jones?
Sure.
That's what her name is, though, right?
Indiana Jones?
No, her name is Indy Hartwell, right?
Yeah.
I just can't think, when you say Indy, I can't think of thinking like Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay.
Like, when they're like, oh, Indy, watch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
But Dexter Loomis is
Her love.
Her love.
Her love.
And they're good together?
Sure. I never really watched any of the NXT stuff that they did.
People
so
like this?
I heard it was really entertaining when it was on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the like stuff that they were doing, and because then it was also like Gargano and Candice LeRae like didn't like Dexter, and so it was like I
get it.
I heard from a lot of people it was really entertaining when it was on NXT. Is it going to be entertaining on Raw? I don't know.
Not with Vince at the helm.
Yeah, right. And also, is it going to be as entertaining with like Gargano and LeRae liking Dexter Loomis? Like, was the entertaining part of it the fact that they were like trying to break them up type thing?
Not with Vince at the helm.
Not with Vince at the helm.
Apollo Crews is back. Where'd he go?
He is. Does he have a new accent?
Well, he has a normal accent.
Okay.
I thought you were from Chicago, dude.
So he has a Chicagoan accent.
Chicagoan. Yep. He goes, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. That's a Chicagoan accent. He says stuff like, I need a CM Punk quote.
You talk too much.
No,
You
no,
never
no.
shut up.
I need a CM Punk quote.
Oh.
So I said, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. That's what he said at the press conference.
Yeah.
Go ahead
He
and...
said I'm the best in the world.
If you think you're...
He said I'm...
I got it. If you think you're better off, then go ahead. Go to the other side of the... If you think it's the grass is green on the side, go ahead. Main event, night 4 of a 4-day package, whatever the fuck. I fucked it up halfway through. So Seth Rollins is winning the heavyweight title, huh?
Yep, most likely.
That's cool. Is he going to lose the whole crazy gimmick?
Probably not.
What are you doing with Xavier Woods?
I don't know.
I don't really watch this show anymore.
Oh. All right, so I'm looking up Intercontinental stuff.
Intercontinental?
Yeah, because I wanted to see where Gunther was on the reign.
Why the fuck would you do that?
So the longest reign was the Honky Tonk Man. Just a Honky Tonk Man.
It's a honky tonk, man.
445 days. Shortest reign, Dean Douglas, 14 minutes.
Yeah, fuck Dean Douglas.
So now I need to find out where... Okay. So then also according to Wikipedia, the current champion is Gunther, who won the championship June 10th of 2022. So Gunther is coming up on 365 days. Then he just needs to hold it for. I mean, we're basically at a point where Gunther needs to hold it for roughly another 100 days, and he will beat the Honky Tonk Man's record, and he'll become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Not Roman, where it's like the modern era, and he's like number 5 on the charts or whatever. This is all time. So I pose this question to you, sir. Do you think Gunther holds the championship for another 100 days and becomes the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time?
I'm going to be honest with you. Don't really care too much about Gunther. I would probably say no.
No, so you think he loses it within the next 100 days?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's any pressure to have him lose it or win it, because I think he's still an entertaining wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to say to have him win for that long. I mean, they probably will, because they're trying to do longer reigns for people.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like they're doing anything that would be to put like a pressure on him. Like they don't seem like they're putting, like that's the thing. Like there used to be, like when we used to watch like Attitude Era, like like Steve and Rock and Triple H, there used to always be a feeling of it could be either one's game. But the problem with the Reign stuff is that like you can kind of guess. With WWE, it feels more like the more titles you have, or if you have a title in WWE, you're more likely to be more predictable in your matches. Because I'm like, well, you're not going to lose because of this thing. You know what I mean? It's easier to kind of predict shit. The more titles that person has, or if the person has a title, for me, it's more of like well, they're not losing it because they're not making a big deal whether or not. Like, they don't put an emphasis on the champion feeling pressure of losing the title unless they actually lose the title. And it's just like so telling to show it like that, because it's like there are matches in AEW where you go, anyone could win this. And even if you don't expect them to win it, they win it and you go, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But with WWE, they have a tell. It's really easy to tell when they're going to transfer a title over. They telegraph it too much.
Except when they swerve the shit out of you.
Like what?
Cody.
Oh, I was gonna say having Shane McMahon come out.
Having Shane McMahon come out.
Have his knees.
I really thought Cody was going to win.
I mean, yeah, that's the one.
I could see Roman Reigns winning. I wouldn't say that it was out of the ballpark that Roman Reigns was going to win. I will say that I really thought Cody was going to win.
Yeah, but that was the thing too, where it's just like it's also you're like, oh, Cody didn't win, which for some people was disappointing because they thought it.
Yeah.
But then you can telegraph it and go, why would they have him come in a year and just win the title from Roman, who's been on a streak?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll also say that
it's almost, you know what, like the Brock thing with the Undertaker. It's very like, oh my God, I did not expect that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like that,
Yeah.
where you're like,
I mean, they did. I will say that in terms of booking that match, they did a really good job of making you believe Cody was legitimately about to win.
Yeah,
because they did the whole thing where they kicked Solo Sikoa like out of the arena at the area, and then Cody like did the Cody Cutter, and then he like held on to it and he pulled him up again to like do it again, and then that was when Heyman like jumped on the barricade and Solo Sikoa got in the ring. But like I really wasn't expecting Solo Sikoa to come like back to the ring, so like that was like a swerve I didn't see coming, and like even like in that moment, like you got that gut feeling like Cody's about to do it, and then they took it away.
I mean,
so
that's
like
the thing, right?
I will
They
say
got people to
booking wise,
watch.
yeah, I will say booking wise, they did a good job with like making you believe he was about to win that match.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with the fact that he lost or whatever, or how he lost, but in terms of like in that moment, he hit the first one, picked him up, and I was like, yeah, this is it. He's doing it.
A perfect example of how I feel about the pay-per-views when it comes to WWE is Backlash. I saw Bad Bunny and Demon Priest says that'll be fun. Not a I wonder who will win. It was more of like that's gonna be fun regardless.
Yeah.
But I still didn't watch the whole thing. Like I didn't watch any of it. I didn't watch it because I was like, that's the only match I'm going. That'll be fun. Other ones I'm like, that person's gonna win. That person's gonna win. That person's gonna win. And then
Yeah, I watched. I watched it. It was it wasn't terrible.
exactly. It was
wasn't terrible. It was good. Wasn't great.
Would you say? And we haven't talked about this. Would you say that it was cool?
Sure. No,
It
it wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool.
No,
Even if it wasn't cool, someone would spit an apple at you.
they would spit in my face.
Yeah.
I spit in the face.
What is he
of
on-
people
what-
who don't want to be
Has
good?
he shown up since then? Since Backlash?
No, it's because he's Puerto Rican.
But he's not like back. He's just
No.
like
He was just a guest spot because they were in Puerto Rico.
that's stupid. I was excited.
Oh.
People were like, "Oh, then they're gonna bring back Chris Masters and they're gonna tag team with the LWO." Or no, they were saying Chris Masters was gonna go to the Judgment Day, and I'm like, not only is that a weird like group to
Yeah.
put him in, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
The Judgment Day. So while we were sitting here, I also pulled up the Wikipedia page for the WWE Championship.
What magic trickery is this? How'd
Magic
you do that?
trickery. It has like a list of like statistics
Mm-hmm.
at the top.
Yeah.
One I found interesting: shortest reign, Andre the Giant, 1 minute and 48 seconds.
How's that?
I don't know. Like, I'm very confused by this. I'd have to look it up because it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I just
I assume there's got to be some like trickery going on there. You want to hear some other stats?
hell yeah.
Cool. First champion Buddy Rogers. Most reigns John Cena
The
with
singer?
13. Yes.
Oh, that's Buddy Holly. Sorry.
Most reigns is John Cena with 13.
Okay.
Longest reign Bruno Sammartino.
Mm-hmm.
His first reign was 2,803 days.
2,000?
2,803.
Jesus Christ! Isn't what Roman's just getting to 1,000, right?
Yes. I believe the 2,800 days equates to like 8 years, roughly.
Was he in a coma?
No, he was selling out Madison Square Garden, winning every month. Shortest reign was Andre the Giant. Oldest. Go ahead.
Was it not fixed back then?
Maybe
was he
it
just
wasn't.
literally beating the shit out of
He was beating
everybody?
the shit out of everybody.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Shortest reign was Andre the Giant. Oldest champion, Mr. McMahon, when he was 54 years old.
My semen.
Youngest champion, Brock Lesnar, when he was 25.
Wait, what?
Youngest champion.
I thought what's his face was the youngest champion.
Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight, not the WWE Championship.
Oh fuck.
Although then they unified those belts, so
Yeah, I don't.
that
And what is that? Do they mean like the undisputed? Do they mean like
Yeah, I don't know.
the one with the Eagles on it?
I don't
Which
know.
one are they talking about?
I don't know.
There's so many fucking titles. Why'd you give them a new one?
I
Just
don't
fucking
know.
separate them and put a tournament on that.
I just think this is interesting.
Fucking big ass W in the front of it. It's garbage. It looks like shit. I'm talking about the old ones that Roman has, not the new one.
The heaviest champion, Yokozuna.
Oh, I thought you meant like the heaviest championship. Like
No.
Go ahead, tell me how heavy it is.
How heavy it is. The lightest champion, Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are all the quick
Not
hit.
Yokozuna now though.
What do you mean not? Oh, because he's dead. That's a terrible joke.
I know, but you got there though.
It's
Listen,
terrible.
we all die eventually, okay?
There's like a chart of Monday Night Wars and title unification.
It looks like a Venn diagram. For
Yeah, it's like I'm like what?
How you can solidify salt into something?
It says diagram showing the evolution of various world heavyweight championships. Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Anywho. Sorry. Yeah. Where do they go? It's just so bad. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm back to like hating WWE. Like not even hating. I'm just like,
Oh, here's
Eh.
they did a official. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
you're fine.
They did an official breakout. The Bruno Sammartino reign equates to a total of 7 years, 8 months, and 1 day.
I just think it's funny that it's Roman Reigns reigned. It's Roman's Reigns reign.
Reigns reign.
You cannot stop the reign of Roman Reigns reign.
Reign.
Especially in the rain.
Apparently, it then. Oh wow, this is interesting. It then says Sammartino also holds the record for longest combined reign. So if you take all of his championship reigns and add all of those days together, it comes out to 4,040 days.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Can you run that by me one more time? Like his total reigns
His
as
total reigns. Yep.
title, like champion?
Yes. So
Was he literally beating these people up?
he must have been. I mean, he was Italian.
Did they not tell him? What the fuck does that mean?
Those Italians play rough.
Did I ever hurt you in wrestling?
A couple times.
Okay. Did they tell him that they wasn't like? Did they not tell him that it was a fixed thing and he just kept beating the shit out of people?
Probably, maybe. I don't know. They have other. Okay, hold on. They have info here. Bruno Sammartino held the title from May 17th, 1963 to January 18th, 1971, which was that total reign of 2,800 days. It then says Sammartino also holds the record for longest combined reign, so adding all of his reigns together at 4,040 days.
I'm really offended by the fact that you came after my culture of Italian.
Well, you know
I
what?
might have made a dark joke about Yokozuna being dead, but you hurt my feelings.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'll make you a pizza.
Thank you.
No problem. You want some gabagool? What else do Italians do? I don't know. I should know.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm half Italian.
Dude, he's got his title reigns combined for 4,040 days, which equates to more than 11 years.
I'm waiting for you to be like, he's also half gorilla.
He's also, I mean, he does look half gorilla.
Oh, he does.
I will also say this Wikipedia article then also says he is overall a 2-time world champion.
I think that's enough for me. You guys,
he has 4,000 days reign as champion over 2 different championship reigns. 2 different reigns. That's it.
You can't always be mad about having the title twice, because what a run you had, huh?
Holy shit.
I guess it was a slow couple of years.
Slow couple of years. Yeah, because if you put that together, it's like 11 years he was champion.
Is that like traveling from town to town and just being like, we gotta make sure everyone knows that you're champion. So
We gotta make sure everybody knows.
We're gonna take you from place to place, and you're just gonna beat the shit out of people. Yeah, that's weird. That's fucking super weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. So this Wikipedia article says first World Championship reign 1963 to 1971, second World Championship reign 1972 to 1977. I mean, for that math to work out, the first reign was 2,800 days, which would mean the second reign would have to be 1,200 days for roughly to get him to that number. Which means both of his reigns were longer than Roman's reign currently.
His reign was longer than Roman's reign.
Yep, exactly.
I'm still confused about Night of Champions and Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
But
I am as well.
we should do like Encanto and not talk about Bruno anymore.
Maybe
Your face changed so quickly. You're just like, fuck, I can't believe you've done
I
this.
can't believe he's done this. Maybe they're gonna get around it because they're gonna be like, oh, we had to pull Sami Zayn out of the match. We're gonna have this Mexican guy, El Generico.
Oh my god, I'd love that. That would be one of the best things ever.
That'd be amazing.
But
I would
they
love
can't-
every second of
He
it.
can't do that though, right?
I don't think so. I would love every second of it.
They should do like Hulk Hogan, like they did with Hulk Hogan with
Mr.
their
America.
Yeah, Mr. America. Is that
Mr.
it?
America.
And then just have somebody else play as him, and then like, just come back and act like it was him the whole time.
Yeah. You know what we should
Like
do?
come back from Night of Champions.
Mhm.
Sami Zayn's there, and not talk about it at all. So that way, even when people go to a meet and greet, they're like, "Were you there?" Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
No, you should be, it wasn't me. It was El Generico.
Yeah. Or do that.
We should.
Was he ever? I'm sorry. Was he ever unmasked as El Generico?
No.
Okay. Even better.
ROH has some like storyline that he went off to like work on a farm down in Mexico or something, and that's why he's not on the show anymore.
He's
there was like
great.
some reason, something like that.
The interview with him is fucking fantastic. With what is it, Andrew Santino?
Yeah.
Fucking great.
So, so I don't know if you would be interested in this, but there's part of me that wants to do like set up a camera one of these times and do one of those contests where like we guess the name of the wrestler based on, or the move based on like certain things. So like I was watching this video where it was like, we're going to play you 5 seconds of an Attitude Era theme song and you have to guess which wrestler's song it was. That was really entertaining. The other thing that I saw that was super fucking funny was they you had to guess the name of the finisher move based on AI generated artwork. So like they would put in like atomic leg drop for Hulk Hogan, and like one of those AI art things would produce art, and then you would look at it and have to try to guess atomic leg drop. It was super fucking funny because some of the things that that it came up with were like just so ridiculously looking. Like there was no way you were ever gonna guess what it was. But anyway, we should think about doing one of those.
Yeah, I would be down for the theme songs.
Yeah,
but I
like
don't know
a
how
theme
we do
song
the
or
AI generated thing.
Well, we'd have to have somebody look up.
One
like,
of us
get a
would have to
list
do
and
it, and the other one wouldn't. Like, would have to be the one guessing, unless we have someone else do all the stuff and then try
we
to give
both
it to
guess.
both.
Yeah. Well, it'd be the same thing with the theme songs.
Yeah, so
Like
I mean,
we'd have to. I think it'd be more entertaining if we got somebody else to do it, so then we could
Compete?
both be guessing.
and I'd beat you.
Yep.
I'd probably beat you in the theme song. I'll be honest.
Like a government mule.
I am like Rain Man. That's the best way I could say it. I was gonna say something a lot worse. I am just like laser focused on music. But I feel like if something came up, it'd be like Gangrel, Godfather,
Tajiri,
Tajiri,
John
Cena, William Regal, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn. Yeah, people are like obscure shit.
Yeah.
The Oddities. I remember the Oddities theme
The
song.
Oddities.
Oddities was Insane Clown Posse. That was their theme song.
And then they left and did backyard wrestling.
Yeah, I don't.
I remember
That's
seeing
weird.
those DVDs
Fucking weird.
in Best Buy, and I
Are those
wanted to
one of
buy
those
them.
things where it's just
and,
like they sell it like they're like wrestling and tits or something like that. Do they do that? Like
I think
Girls
so.
Gone Wild?
I
I
think
feel like they
so.
would.
yeah,
I've never seen like an ad for that.
And
Or
I wasn't
don't remember
allowed.
an ad
wasn't
because
allowed
of the tits.
because of the tits. Probably I wasn't allowed
Mostly
to get
because of
those
the tits.
backyard wrestling DVDs. But then we got the video game. That was actually pretty fun. The video game.
You know what I'm gonna ask.
I remember what?
We're there.
No, it was a pretty fun video game though.
You know what's good that reminded me of the old days? I watched The Mummy yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah. It's been a while.
Hmm.
It definitely feels like an Indiana Jones movie, like even with the music.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, it's like very like
dun, dun, dun.
orchestra, and
Oh,
it definitely picks up like when stuff happens. And then the second one was starting, and I'm like, hey, I know that guy. It was The Rock.
that's The Rock. We're gonna make a franchise, Scorpion King. Make a whole bunch of other movies that I've never seen.
Every time I think about Black Adam, I think like the Beast can be killed. He's not great in everything. It's not going to always do well for him.
Yeah, Scorpion King was good though.
And then Kibbles took a sip as if he won something. Yep. Well,
that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the Scorpion King.
they're talking about the second one where he was a CGI Scorpion King and he looked awful.
Oh, you're talking about the Mummy.
Yeah.
I
Now,
was
when I
talking
said I
about-
saw,
I was talking about the Scorpion King movie.
yeah, I know, because Michael Clark Duncan was in it, and Kelly Wu, who ends up like
Woo.
that's it's HU, not
Woo.
okay.
You know what we should do?
She does a lot of voice acting now. She's also in Friday the 13th.
Really?
You probably haven't seen that one. It's the one where he goes to Manhattan.
Oh.
I think she gets killed on the dance floor,
You know what we should do?
which is on a boat, which is weird.
We should go through the list of rock movies and say whether they're good or not.
I'm still on Kelly Wu.
Or if we've never seen them.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
That would be an interesting
I have
exercise.
to write all this stuff down.
Yeah, right.
I'm still on Kelly Wu, though. Did you ever play Mortal Kombat? New stuff? There's that bug lady, insect.
I have seen it.
Devora.
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
She plays Devora. But they modify her voice to sound like a creepy bug lady. She's been in a shitload of stuff. Anyway.
Because she is a creepy bug lady.
But also, Michael Clark Duncan, R.I.P. That one guy from Apex is in it who plays Gibraltar. I forget what the guy's name is, but he's like Samoan or Native American. I don't remember. I'll have to look that up later. Where were we talking about? I went on a rant. Something about Bruno.
I mean,
from
we were
Encanto.
Yeah. We pretty much covered everything.
Was there anything
I'm
we
sure there
missed?
will
Because
be.
we've been gone for a couple.
I mean, we talked about Backlash.
Kinda.
We talked about the draft. We talked about AEW this week.
Yeah.
There'll be more to talk about next week when Tony Khan makes a major announcement.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I wonder what it'll be. Yeah, I mean, nothing's really going on that was like piqued my interest. I've told you I've not really had much interest in Moxley or Omega. So like this elite BCC stuff is like, If they do an Anarchy in Arena, like I'll still watch and be like, it's good or it's not good or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think Double or Nothing will still be a really good pay-per-view. I mean, the Four Pillars Fatal 4-Way is going to be fucking awesome. I truly believe whatever they decide to do with BCC and Elite will be good.
Yeah.
And
it's not like I like all these people that are in both groups, but they're not a group of people that I like go out of my way to watch. Like I'd be like, oh, I could skip that, or I'm not gonna watch that.
I know what I could ask your opinion on. Have you seen that there are rumors going around that they are still going to do All Out this year? And it sounds like there's like these rumors going around that they're going to do All In Wembley, and then the next weekend is going to be All Out in the States. Like 2 pay-per-views back-to-back weekends in a row.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be cool, but I also feel like that's risky as fuck. Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, you'd have to have 2 like super loaded cards to have people be like, because like it's also not the like Peacock streaming model, right? Where like I'm getting this for like $10 or whatever. Like, I need to shovel out like $50 or $60 a piece.
I see what you mean. No, I wasn't even thinking about that because I'm like, oh right, that's gonna be All In's gonna be a pay-per-view,
And then All Out the next weekend.
There's no way they could do that. There's no way they're gonna make a pay-per-view out of All In and then go All Out is gonna be. That's so weird.
Yeah, like I mean, again, I'm just saying that this is a rumor, but
because of the fact that they named it All In, people are like, well, what about All Out?
Yeah,
which
it's just very interesting. I was like, that'd be kind of like that'd be a really risky business endeavor.
It's so weird because it feels like it means the same thing. Like if you're All In, you could also be All Out and
That's
still
true.
be the same.
Or we're going to get All In, and then we're going to get them all out.
But, like, we're going all out, as in you're going all in on it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
got you.
Which makes
the
me mad.
The other rumor is that the current front runner main event for All in
All in.
at Wembley is Omega against Ospreay.
The-
Rematch from Wrestle Kingdom.
I
That's the
mean-
current rumor. Might not happen, but I'm just saying that the current rumor is that that's a front runner for the main event for that show.
I think it'd be cool to do, and this is unrelated to what you just said, but Saraya versus Hayter for the title at
Double
All
or
In.
Nothing?
At All In.
All in. Oh, because they're
both British.
both British. That would make sense.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And even if you have Saraya win it, I mean, it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, I think so here's my only problem with that. I actually really like that idea because they're both British. The only thing I hate about that is that means I have to keep watching the same shit with the Outcasts and Hayter and Britt Baker
Well, that's
for
why
another 4 months.
my fucking idea for doing Blood and Guts or doing a fucking Anarchy in the Arena with 5 women would be easy to do with Double or Nothing, because then you can just move on and do okay, now we're going to end it with this title match, and whoever wins, and that's it. Just fucking do a 5-on-5.
5-on-5.
A hardcore 5-on-5. The recent article I read
Mhm.
was that 3 names have been added to the AEW roster. Some of them have been from Ring of Honor, and they're just added back to AEW. They're people you know. 2 of them are dating, and the other one was Haley Cameron, the woman with QTV, the Australian woman.
Okay.
This week they were asking about All In, the All In event, and they did this funny bit where she was like, oh yeah, it seems like when people are from there, they're like Brit-ish, and it's just like, okay, and they're like, oh, how do you know so much about it? She's like, aren't you British? And she's like, no, I'm Australian. It's different. And then they just cut to talking to Powerhouse Hobbs about what he's gonna do next, and then he talked about the fucking book.
I'm not a fan of this
They're
QTV thing.
They're
I think it's
ruining
stupid.
fucking Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
But the other 2 were fucking forgot the other one. Kiara Hogan and her girlfriend Diamante. That was the other one. And I'm like, okay, cool. They were both on ROH, and then they're like in the roster
Okay.
on the website, and they're like, now they're on AEW. I'm like, that's slow news day. If that's the only thing you could get from that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Not much else going on. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah, we pretty much covered it all.
Who's your
Happy
favorite-
Mother's Day
Who's
to
your
all
favorite
of us.
mother?
My mother.
No, I'm sorry, man. Like in wrestling.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
Um,
Becky Lynch. My favorite mother is the man.
Probably Becky.
I mean, there's other women. I mean, sure, Trish has
There's
kids.
Trish.
Who else has kids? You have to find people who are retired.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about Trinity. Not that it was a big deal.
Oh right, yeah. She showed up on.
They God, Impact's really trying real hard to announce it ahead of time.
She turned into, or she, it was on Impact. She was
They're-
like, feel the glow.
They're really making a big the fact that normally it'd be it's a rumor and she'll just show up, but instead they're like, Trinity is showing up in these amount of days. I'm like, you guys are really desperate for people to watch, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
just-
yeah, Trinity will be returning to wrestling in this many days. They still gave her a good, they appreciated the fact that she came back and whatnot. I'm glad that she's back. Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good
Good for you.
Good for you. I'm just I'm scrolling through to see if there's anything.
Yeah. If
that,
there's any
jumps
breaking
out.
news,
Not like breaking news, but if there's anything like that, we just want to bring up or anything. I'm not seeing anything that we haven't already talked about. Yeah. I mean that's about it. Shall we sign off?
breaking news. AEW Fight Forever isn't almost done, but it's in a good state.
Yeah, I'm glad that they got rid of the advertisements for it, because I was tired of seeing the advertisements and them being like it's coming soon, and I've been like, you've been saying that for 3 months and you don't have a release date listed yet, so kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits. Randy Orton is trending.
Probably Probably because this article says Bob Orton on Randy Orton coming back to WWE. I think doctors have told him not to. So I wonder if that's why.
No.
I think that's why. Here's the official quote. He's training, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if he feels like going back or he feels like he's ready to go back. I think he might. Then again, he's pretty well taken care of. I don't think he needs to, and I think the doctors have told him not to. But Randy will do what Randy's going to do.
What do the voices in his head say?
That he's legendary.
Oh, okay.
Or no, they don't say legendary. The voices in my head are legendary. Damn it.
It's okay.
Fuck that quote up.
You're all right. You're all right.
You know that song though, right?
No. I'm talking about his theme song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I know.
what
I
does
was
he mean?
linking it to there's a Shinedown song. I believe.
that's
I
not
think it's
Randy
Shinedown.
Orton.
He says yeah, but I was linking it to a Shinedown song that says the voices in my head are legendary.
Well, don't play it because you're gonna get us.
I'm not going to play it. I'm just looking up what the name of the song is.
Yeah, but I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. They talk to me.
Attention, attention. Is the song.
Okay. That has something to do with Randy Orton Kibbles.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you get a chance to,
Fucking played along with your fucking Encanto bullshit.
no, you didn't. You looked at
And
me
you
like
fucking-
you were mad.
Yeah, exactly. I went with the bit.
Well, because his name was Bruno,
Yeah, and
and we should stop talking
you
about
didn't even
Bruno.
you didn't even give me the same courtesy.
To say what? To bring up a Shinedown song that had nothing to do with Randy Orton?
I quit.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for listening.
Wait, he hired me back just to say
Wait.
do the needful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
It's like a little brother thing. You're just following him around.
I felt
All right.
there was part of me that was like, are they just doing this because like the other two best friends aren't here this week? Like, because then he came out to try to help
Adam Cole. Yeah.
Adam Cole, and I was like, this is weird. Why would they come to help Adam Cole?
Yeah. And they're doing a match now next week.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. We're going to
That's
come and
what I
help
thought.
him.